In the old days, the village fields stretched far and wide, lush with green. Mr. Ba, a farmer by heart, used to walk through the rice paddies at dawn, his bare feet brushing against dew-covered grass. The morning air was fresh, birds chirped in the trees, and the sounds of buffalo hooves echoed on the dirt roads. Life was simple. Nature and people moved in harmony. Back then, the seasons came and went just like clockwork. Spring brought showers, summer the sun, autumn gave golden harvests, and winter cooled the land. Mr. Ba's hands bore the marks of labor, but his heart was full. He trusted the earth. Every seed he sowed sprouted into something worth waiting for. He still remembers the joy of harvesting. Entire families would gather, laughter echoing over golden fields. Sticky rice was cooked, children played with kites made of straw. Rain was a blessing, not a threat. The earth knew when to give, and he knew when to ask. But as the years went by, something changed. The rain no longer came on time. The sun seemed harsher. The seasons, once steady and predictable, began to shift. Still, Mr. Ba kept farming as before, clinging to the past, to the old ways that had raised generations. The changes came quietly at first. A dry season that lasted too long, a flood that arrived too soon. Mr. Ba noticed the rice didn't sprout as evenly. Some paddies dried out before the stalks could grow tall. Others were drowned in sudden downpours. He shrugged it off as a bad year. But the next year, it happened again. Neighbors began whispering about climate change, a word foreign to his ears, but heavy in meaning. The sky looked different now, gray even in the dry season, with a heat that lingered into night. Frogs didn't croak as much, the dragonflies were fewer, and the river that once sparkled now flowed weak and muddy. Mr. Ba started keeping notes in a little notebook. Dates of planting, dates of rain, harvesting. The numbers didn't lie. His crop had shrunk year after year, and with them, his hope. He'd always thought nature was generous, only to realize it was warning him, but gently at first. Still, many villagers held on to old beliefs. They said it was just a phase, but Mr. Ba, who once planted with joy, now did so with worry in his heart. Then came the drought, not just a dry spell, but weeks of cracked earth and scorching winds. Wells ran dry. The pond where buffalo used to wallow turned to dust. Crops withered before they could bloom. Mr. Ba stood in his field one morning, staring at the curled, yellowed leaves, a season's worth of effort turning to nothing. The government sent people to talk about adaptation. They brought pamphlets and advice. Use less water, change crops, build shade nets. But to Mr. Ba, who had grown up tilling with his father under the open sun, it all felt strange, as if farming had become something foreign. One night, his grandson asked, "Why don't the plants grow like before, Grandpa?" Mr. Ba didn't know how to answer. He had no words, only a deep sadness that lingered like smoke after a fire. But in that question, something stirred. If the old ways no longer worked, maybe new ones were needed. He began to read. He asked the younger farmers. He attended a workshop on sustainable agriculture, something he'd once scoffed at. The awakening was painful. Letting go of the past always is. But he realized love for the land wasn't about staying the same. It was about caring enough to change. The next season, Mr. Ba planted something new, not just a different crop, but a new mindset. He worked with others in the village to install a drip irrigation system. He shaded his seedlings with nets made from recycled plastic. He learned to check soil moisture and watched weather updates on his old radio. His neighbors watched with curiosity. Some joined him, others hesitated. But when the rains finally came, short but steady, it was Mr. Ba's field that stayed green. His grandson helped water the plants every afternoon, asking questions and learning the names of each sprout. They made compost from kitchen scraps. They talked about bees and butterflies. For the first time in years, Mr. Ba felt joy while planting. Not just habit, but hope. He no longer fought the changing sky. Instead, he adapted to it. And slowly, the land began to respond. Not as lush as before, not yet, but alive, promising. Now, every morning, Mr. Ba walks through his field with quiet pride. The rows of crops are smaller, yes, but they are stronger. He no longer waits for rain like a prayer. He plans, he prepares. He teaches his grandson what he once didn't know, how to protect what you love. The village is changing too. Solar panels shine on rooftops. The school teaches climate science. Farmers talk about sustainability, not just yield. It's not easy, but step by step, they are building something more resilient. One afternoon, under a young mango tree, his grandson asks, "Will the world get better, Grandpa?" Mr. Ba looks at the sky, still gray, still strange, and smiles gently. "If we keep trying, it will." What was once a story of loss has become one of renewal. The earth still bears scars, but it also sprouts new life. A single seed can grow into a forest if tended with care. Mr. Ba plants another tree. His hands are older now, but steady. The season may have changed, but the heart of the farmer remains the same. Steadfast, rooted in the land, reaching for the light.